What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today was patch day and we have an event going on for horses, and I wanted to talk about the best ways to level it up, all the buffs you can use. And basically the event right now is you get all these horses. They're kind of like the special ones that you level up and then they sell for more silver. Yeah, apparently today's patch notes had a lot of stuff with horses. There's like double rewards for Imperial delivery and those currency rewards. So for all of you going for tier 9, tier 10 horses, hopefully this helps you level them up faster. Mount XP 100% is pretty nice. You might want to start doing that as soon as possible. You talk to this dude, he is the stable keeper in Velia. You'll get like 4 new horses, right? So this is the one that, like, it's a red one that we got today. And basically I wanted to talk about all the buffs that you can use to level up faster. It's more of like a checklist for you guys as well. If you wanted to do it on a wagon as well, 4 at once, that probably is better overall. But if you're just leveling it up individually and you don't do training as well, let's start it off. The Monos Trainer outfit, you just get one for more Mount XP. So what we're going for is Mount XP. Let's talk about the difference before we quickly. So there's training XP, and then there's Mount XP. Mount XP is how fast your horse levels up. Training XP is the life skill. They're actually a little bit different because more mastery and everything. A training mastery equals higher, more Mount XP. So it's like it kind of adds together. It's very confusing, but either way. Number one, what you're going to want to do is get a trainer's clothes. It doesn't really matter what tier, more mastery is better, but there's that. And then you could get the riding crop as well, but that's more for AFK thing, like AFK auto pathing, which we'll be doing, but also mastery is very nice as well. Next we have the Stonetail Windmill, which is 10% Mount XP, and then, you know, training XP and life mastery, always, they all add up together. Celerity drafts, a lot of these are event things, but you probably have a bunch of them if you've just been playing the game naturally, collecting rewards. Celerity draft is a 30% to training and Mount XP. If you don't have the event ones, you could just buy them off the market. They're like slightly, this one is more but also more expensive, but they are like 5 to 10 hour buffs. Like this one is probably the one I'd recommend people who aren't like full-time horse trainers and everything. The difference between these two is this one is 3 hours, this one is 6 hours, and then this one's 10. So just buy them, and then more is better than not having it. Plus all the event scrolls, the Corsair's Aura is the best one. These do stack, believe it or not. This is 1 hour, 10 hours, and then the best thing you do is probably just pop them all and then go AFK. I'll show you some routes that I do as well. Next we have Laura's Warm Black Tea. Now this one is actually a multi-purpose one. I use it more for gathering, but Mount XP is like plus 50% is pretty huge for that one. So I'd recommend using this one if you're going for extra Mount XP. I don't know if I'd recommend using the secret books because these are not Mount XP, but they're training, which also does increase the amount of XP, but like not directly in a way. We have, you know, there's the Pearl outfit that you can get on the market as well. And, you know, I don't think it's particularly necessary, but if you're just trying to min-max the extra XP you get. One other thing is 2 different Lightstone combinations. The one I personally use for training is this one. It's called Into the Sunset. There's one that also gives more Mount XP, but it also doesn't give training and mastery. So it really just depends. Do you just want more leveling up your horses faster? I forgot what that was called, but it was like plus 25% versus 15 and then mastery and training. Those are the things you can do to get more XP. Obviously putting a Lifestone on for this, it's not, you know, directly, but it's mastery. So this is one of the horses that we got today. I'm going to show you one route you could do. And if you ever see those people in town when they're just like going from point A to B and back, and that's what an auto path is, I'm going to show you how to do it. And also I'm going to show you some routes that I did when I was leveling up my horses. So usually I start around here. You see the intersection by the coastal cliff right here. And the way I pick spots is generally it's by distance for XP. However, usually the less obstacles in the area is better because you obviously don't want to get caught on a rock or like a fence or something. So one of the spots that I usually level up is around here. So I start by the intersection, by Coastal Cliff, and then I go, you'll see a little windy path over here. Usually you set that. So once you have a marker or a line on the map, what you're going to do is hit the set loop button, So right now it's blue. When you hit the set loop button, it's green. So usually what I do before I go AFK training is you just set it to go, and then you watch it for like 1 or 2 loops to make sure it's not getting stuck on anything. It'll just go back and forth. That's how people do it. If you're worried, you can always just go into the Elvia realm. It works too. There's no NPCs, and it's usually, if you're worried about your game crashing when something, just try it there and it'll work. So you know how we set it over there? Make sure to do that and just watch it so it doesn't like auto path in weird directions like that. You watch it, that's why. But anyway, that was just demonstration purposes. Other spots that I would recommend. I see a lot of people doing the Heidel route, just, going down the little path over here and down here. That one I've seen people get stuck on every now and then because there's like fence around here. And I've seen people get stuck. Other spots that I pick are, I guess, Olvia Academy now, down here, and then you make a turn around here and then go back. That works too. Or you can go from Port Eferia to Olvia. So that one's a fairly straight line. Things aren't really getting stuck too much. Usually just anywhere that has a straight line that auto paths properly. Pick somewhere near and close to a town just in case you have to auto path it back. But also one other thing that they added was the level up feature, which is, how if you've been leveling up horses or training them over time, basically you would have to babysit your horse every few levels. And then we all know the trick for tier 9s and tier 10s. Like, you'd have to replace one of the skills, and that would be like the Corsair's aura to get all the skills for all of them. Now you can level them up manually. You can AFK for like all day if you wanted to, and just press the level up button when you do that. So I thought that was a nice feature. But anyway, that was a horse training route. This is a very easy one. Make sure to adjust the curve over here, and then you should be fine for the most part. Yeah, that's leveling up horses, all the things you can do to level it up faster. Also, Villa scroll or the Villa buff. It's not directly Mount XP, but it does give life XP. Seafood cron meal if you don't have wind meals. It's always helpful. If you have any other things like the event buffs going on, like all this Mount XP, always good. But before we head out, what I wanted to talk about was one new thing that they added today. So all the partners got the opportunity to showcase the new outfit, which is the new Quiet Elegance Pearl Shop one. And I wanted to show you this because I thought it was actually interesting. I think they've gone into the modern route of outfits, and they all kind of look the same these days. For the sake of just showing you what it looks like, in case you were thinking about buying it and want to see how it's dyed, yeah, you can buy it in the Pearl Shop as well. There's a female, male, and a shy one. So let me just show you what it looks like for male outfits. It looks like that. And here is the female one. And then the shy. Let me show you. The shy is basically the same thing, and this one's for the shy. All right, so before we do that, let me show you what it looks like. Oh, it comes with 3 pieces, and by default, this is what it looks like. So we're gonna dye it just to show you which parts are dyeable and is it good. So you might be wondering, where is this elegant helmet? It's basically like the earring. Depending on your class's hairstyle, it's this part right here. Kinda whatever, it is what it is. But anyway, let's show you what it looks like. Why does this zoom in? Like, sometimes it goes like zoomed out. Main body. This outfit looks like it's more fabric, so probably Olvian dye. Maybe not glossy. I would probably say either Hydelian or Olvian would probably be fine. I don't think this is leather at all. Maybe this part is, but probably. Let's take a look at Hydelian ones. It's a little too bright, to be honest. I like the natural colors. If you've ever seen one of these in real life, usually they're all lighter colors. So we'll just kind of pick that one. Or I guess we could just manual it. And oh, that's bright. So yeah, you just pick this one. I kind of like the lighter colors, like snow yellow. Okay, so this one is the little part over here. Nice attention to detail. This one is the ribbon part. Skirt. This little thing is like zoomed in. I don't even know how to fix that either. It just happens. Undershirt. Oh, there it is. Okay, so like that part over there. I was looking at it. Like usually they have one hidden piece that looks like you're not really sure what changed. And I think this one is it. Okay, you're just arms crossed. That was it. And then this one is the belt. Buttons over here. Overall, it's a lot of nice attention to detail. We'd have to pick like the darker colors to see it. This one. That over here. The buttons on the ring and everything over here. And the last one is like the metal ring itself. So that would probably be like a shiny metal. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so there's two other pieces. The shoes, let me guess, there's 3 parts to it. The shoe itself and flower, maybe this like the leather part over here, but let's take a look. I would say probably leather for the shoes is kind of what it looks like. Leather looks kind of weird for that. Maybe it's probably still fabric, probably is the nicer one in my opinion. That is a wild color fit, but okay. Overall, good attention to detail. That's about it. I think this one kind of looks similar to another one. Is it on sale? Like, hold on. I forgot what it was called, but there's another outfit that looks really similar. Yeah, this one. They reused the outfit style, but it's like what that meme when you're just like, here, let me copy your homework but make it look different. That's this outfit versus the other one, but you can sort of tell the difference. I think this one's a little bit nicer, but just notice like 2 of the same thing. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.